Jen and I in high school, she really wanted to do Naruto cosplay, me and her. She wanted to do Sasuke and Sakura, and then she wanted to do Naruto and the blind chick that he's banging and got the kid with. But
Wow.
is she blind?
Wow.
Wait, is
she's
Hinata
not even blind.
Then
She's
why is her
not even
eyes white?
Because she has the Byaku. You know what? I'm not even gonna talk about this.
You know what? Let's move on.
Alright. What is up, everyone? Reckless Fox here, and welcome to episode 59 of the Scrubclubgaming Podcast. Once again, guys, we want to wish you all a very happy new year. It is week 2 into the new year, and if you're wondering what the hell are these guys going to be talking about, who the hell are you guys anyway? Well, we're the guys that you're probably listening to who talk about everything related to the video game industry. For the most part, and in some, movies, television, just geek culture in general. And rock with me tonight, back from the dead, coming out of Raccoon City himself, we got our boy, our Secretary of State, Xforce Gamer, take it away.
How's it going, everyone? This is Xforce Gamer 88, coming to you live right now.
And probably still sick. Oh my god, and my opening comment is, I just recently played the Resident Evil 2, remake demo last night, and that will actually be part of our opening discussion. But I will say this: hashtag thank you Bungie. Everyone, just do that. Go on Twitter later tonight or Instagram or wherever you go, and just put hashtag thank you Bungie. We'll explain why in a minute. And we're about to get started because we got a lot to discuss. There's actual news this week, to say the least. Because last week it was just a really slow week, but it's all good. It's all good in the world of gaming because we know that there are some companies that want to start off fresh and just want to forget about everything that has happened all last year.
Especially Bethesda.
And Electronic Arts. But we won't slander. Listen, until Bethesda does something else that's really, really stupid, we won't slander them. But let's just say they're on the chopping board.
You don't see us slandering them. They did what they literally did all of that.
Oh yeah, they did. It was all right. With that being said, we got some stuff to talk about. Especially aside from Resident Evil, we're gonna be talking about Cyberpunk 2077 news.
Oh yeah, I'm hyping for that game, by the way.
We got some Overwatch news that might help. That might be really cool for a community, and we got some news from Twitch in the world of wrestling, which I'm very excited for. And of course, our main topic will be Bungie. But before we get all to that, we have to do housekeeping. For those of y'all who are not aware, we do our podcast live on Twitch.tv, and if you want to be part of the podcast and you want to put in what you feel in the comments. Follow me here on twitch.tv/recklessfox. That's where we do the podcast for then, now, and forever. And always be on the chat. Chat, we like you. Start talking, please. Don't be introverts, okay? Closed mouths don't get fed. I said that in the escape room review, and I will say it again. But with all that being said, I'm joking. But seriously, closed mouths don't get fed. Please start talking. Anyway, so other than that. Now if you feel as if that you might ask a really dumb question, we should always say there's no such thing as a stupid question unless you believe it is, or if you try to answer the question with a really dumb answer, you can then now forever email us at scrubclubgamingbookings@gmail.com. That's scrubclubgamingbookings@gmail.com for any questions, comments, concerns, advice, and business inquiries. Love doing business with the indie folks. You want to find us? You can find us on Facebook and Twitter. Just type in Scrubclubgaming and bam, we're right there, all up in your home. And don't worry, we're gonna be more active on Facebook because I know a lot of y'all have been asking why aren't you active more on Facebook than you are on Twitter. We're trying to get back into it. There's a project that I personally want to work on, so that way we can let go of Facebook and we can have our own personal website in the near future. Did I say the least? As I'm touching this, I'm joking. And as well, you can find us on YouTube, where all our video versions of our podcasts are now officially up. And you can find us on soundcloud.com/ScrubClubgaming. That's soundcloud.com/ScrubClubgaming for all archived episodes of the Scrubclubgaming podcast, as well as Scrub Lounge and Scrub Club Cinema Presents. Now you want to get a hold of us, you want some prior critique time, you can find your boy, Reckless Fox, on Twitter and Instagram at the Reckless_Fox. You can find me on my personal YouTube page, Reckless_Fox, and I will be putting my reaction to the demo of Resident Evil 2 on there. And you can find all my latest gaming content on twitch.tv/recklessfox. If I'm not holding down the Southtown region, East Howard, Flexton, Xforce, where can they find you?
They can find me on twitch.tv/XforceGamer88.
I just want to ask, and Xforce, I know I'm gonna ask. This is gonna be a redundant question, but how was your week this past week? How was last week for you? How was it?
Last week, I've been trying to get out a lot more than what I usually do. Just because for New Year's, I'm just trying to. Well, I just want to improve myself. That's all I want to do, at least from a mental standpoint. Because I've been feeling down quite a lot, and I want to make a good change for myself. So yeah, I've been going out a lot more these days.
That I am very happy for you. If you want, dude, and let me know if you want. We can all. I try to hang out at one point. I really, I will tell you this right now. For my New Year's as a group, I really want us to go out and get something to eat together at some point.
See, I told you we.
Oh my God, the girl, she has returned, and she's echoing. Put your headphones on.
Okay. Wait.
Yeah, I'll mute her real quick. Anyway, and that little audible was Jen from our good friend from Orphan Network, so she'll be on in a minute. But I'm happy for you, dude. And like I said, just be sure let us know if you want to hang out and stuff like that. And your sister knows where I live, so let her know too. But it's all good. So Jen, how about you? How was your week this week?
It was actually pretty well. Just worked a lot. Well,
are you getting sick too? Okay.
No, I'm not getting sick. No, I'm not getting sick. I just sneezed a little, but it's just work. Nothing much really.
Basically uneventful. In other words.
I don't know what's there to do.
There's plenty to do. I mean, I get what you mean though. I would say this. I didn't work last week because I'm on call, but I will be going back to work this Tuesday, so I'm happy to go back to work and get some money.
When do you start your credential program?
In a couple of weeks. That's actually why I'm so excited. So this week I learned that I am now officially in the attended reply for the credential program, so I'm very happy about that. They finally answered back. The problem is, and I have to go up to the school Monday, is that I think something went wrong with my financial aid because I was technically done as an undergrad this semester, so last semester, so I need to go up there and be like, yeah, I'm in here. What do I have to? Is there something I need to change to my financial aid before, so I can actually get some money? Because I'm only taking 2 classes. Because I'm only allowed to take 2 classes when I tend to apply, because of the fact that I need to finish the rest of the requirements. Like I need to finish my observations. I need to do the CBES and stuff like that. Those are the only few things I need to finish.
Wow.
Yeah, those are the only few
Don't
things.
Don't you just love all the red tape?
Yeah, Jen, you're staticky.
Okay.
So unplug your mic, unplug your thing, and then plug it back in. Anyways, but yeah, and so other than that, everything else is cool. I mean, I kind of got home life is alright. I mean, I can't go into detail. Nothing bad happened to say the least. But like,
you guys, did you see the holidays?
What?
He sent out? It was the holiday cards. It was him and his family and brother, and then his 2 nieces.
Yeah, so I sent out. I didn't put it on Twitter because I don't want people to know about my personal life. But yeah. So if y'all follow us on Discord and stuff like that, I did put up my holiday pictures. It was of me and my brother, his wife, and my 2 nieces. So I thank you guys. Story. Anyways, so and then I think the highlight of my week, I will easily say, is that I got to interview William Schufeld. Now, for those of y'all who don't know who William Schufeld is,
Lucky.
He is Brody from Power Rangers Ninja Steel. We got to interview him earlier today, and really cool guy. Like, he's super dope. He actually has a podcast called Better, Stronger, Faster. Better, Stronger, Faster. You can actually find it on SoundCloud, I believe. And he's on the next podcast. He's actually going to be interviewing Stone Cold Steve Austin. And I found out that he's a massive wrestling mark. So I'm super excited. Yes, Brody from
Wow.
Ninja Steel is a wrestling mark, and I am so
If only
happy.
If only they showed that in the show, but whatever.
No, the funny thing is, and I said this because one of the questions we asked is, what do you think your character Brody is doing now that the show is over, like the aftermath of Ninja Steel? And he's like, he's probably like start off his own digital. I'm like, I got one. Bro, no. If anyone asks, Brody's now a professional wrestler, and he's like, you just gave me an idea. So when at any convention, when people ask, what is Brody doing now? I'd be like, he's a professional wrestler. And I told him, tell him that Dave Meltzer already gave him 5 stars for his Kenny Omega match at Wrestle Kingdom 17. So yes, Brody, you heard it here from Scrub Club, and you heard it from Morphin Network. William Shufo from Power Rangers Ninja Steel is a wrestling mark. And I'm going to be buying him a DX shirt the next time I see him at a convention. So there you go. And yeah, that's pretty much it.
You just remind me of my. You just actually remind me of one of the things I've done this week.
For a team Mexican Diva?
Hey, that's our local honorary member, JR, Jen's brother. How you doing, JR?
Sorry, I had to mute that. Just keep on going. Sorry.
All right. Well,
Anyways,
go ahead.
But you just actually remind me of something significant that happened this week.
Go ahead.
So So remember I said I was trying to go out a lot more these days.
Yes.
So one day, I went to the mall. I was just walking around, just browsing through a lot of things, and then I was trying to go to get a shuttle. The shuttle is not available, so I just decided to sit near a nearby chair. So I just got playing a Switch. I say, it's like, what game you're playing? He thinks he's playing Smash. He asked me if we want to play Smash, and then we just Smash for it for 4 hours. Like, why?
Did you get his friend code?
No, I didn't get his friend code. But
did he? Okay, here's a question. Here's a question. Did he smell? Did he have good hygiene?
He has good hygiene.
Good job.
Thank goodness. But he's not part of the Smash community. He actually just got started playing Smash. So yeah.
Good enough. Good enough. All right. All right. Will that be? Oh, go ahead. Sorry.
That was just. But it's kind of interesting though. It's like, if you want to make fast friends, okay, for gamers who just want to make fast friends, find someone who is blatantly out there playing a game. Ask them what they're playing, and then build on top of it. Done. Easy. That's how you make fast friends.
You heard it here from Xforce, people. Settle in Smash to make friends. All right, guys. So let's get started with our news for this week. For real quick, we're gonna do a couple of quick news. Because we actually do have quick news. Devil May Cry 5's demo just got announced. This came from Twitter. On the official Devil May Cry 5 Twitter page, Devil May Cry 5's demo will be released on PlayStation, Xbox, and Steam on February the 7th. So if you mark your calendars right now, if you haven't, because I know a lot of y'all have already been marking your calendars for other games like the Resident Evil 2 demo and stuff like that, which we will be discussing in a minute. So yeah, I'm gonna be downloading on the PlayStation and Steam PC for and I'll explain why later on. Ace Combat 7's trailer just dropped again, and the game when does the game come out? I don't remember.
Anyways, you just remind me about the Resident Evil demo, by the way.
We'll discuss the Resident Evil demo when we get to the actual main story.
Okay, fine.
Alright, so I just realized Ace Combat 7 does come out next week. So if you're a big hardcore fan of the Ace Combat series, then there you go. Get ready. That's all I got to say. Get ready, because you're about to go into the danger zone. Jump Force's the Jump Force beta has been announced. They just announced it. It's around the corner. The beta actually is scheduled January 18th to the 20th on PlayStation 4 and Xbox One. So you already know your boys are gonna be playing it. So GC, I know you're working, but hopefully you're gonna be getting the beta. I'm gonna get the beta. Xforce, I hope you get the beta. I'm gonna tell Bajimxenn to get the beta. Skooks, I don't know if you have PSN still, but I don't know if you do have it in the first place. But we're gonna be playing Jump Force on Twitch, so get ready. That's all I have to say about that. Window and
looks like you're hyped for it though.
I am hyped for it. I've seen the more of the development, and the game has been coming along. It's been coming along more since when me and GC played it at E3. Like at E3, I'm like, it's whatever's. But now it actually looked like it could be, low key, it could be fire. It could be a great party game. Like get a party of 8 and just beat the hell out of people. I like that.
Or it could be on fire.
It could be on fire, dude. Like I said, it could be fire.
It could be fire, or it could be burned to the ground.
It could go beyond plus ultra, go into second gear and do ultra instincts on a fool. Anyways, Windows 10 is now coming to Chromebook. So if you are if you are the person who owns a Chromebook laptop, and you really want Windows on there, Windows 10 will be available very soon for that. And
that's actually good support, honestly.
Yeah.
Yes, and
I didn't get a Chromebook.
Well, you need a laptop in general, Jen.
By the way, speaking of which, in terms of marketing, the problem with Microsoft doesn't have a good foothold on the mobile market.
We
at
all
least
know
in
that.
America.
Yeah, in America,
Asia, though. In Asia,
they're really good for designs and whatnot. Like if you're a busy person, it's really good.
Yeah, it's just underrated because the biggest issue, Apple got a strong foothold with the American market, and everyone wants an iPhone in America.
It's a cult.
Especially someone who's on here, but we won't say any names. But yeah, and so
leave me alone. I got a Pixel 3. Leave me alone.
And how long did it take you? How long did it take you?
Dude,
paycheck?
okay, if someone's learning new OS, it's gonna take a while. So yeah, we're gonna leave it at that for that point.
She hashtag survived Apple. Anyways, and our last piece of quick news, Darkwing Duck was actually supposed to be a game that was in development, but the game got rejected. And the people who are gonna be involved with the game were the development team who did Sonic Mania, Headcanon. They actually shared the demo on GameSpot on what the game looked like, and it looked like it could have been potential fire. Like, and I played the Darkwing Duck from back in the day. That game was really fun. And I honestly wanted that game to actually exist. So RIP to the Darkwing Duck game that could have been. Coulda, woulda, shoulda. Alright, now let's get started into our main news. So, for those of y'all who don't know, the Resident Evil 2 Remake one-shot demo is now out on PS4, Xbone, and Steam PC. Myself and GC actually got the chance to play it. GC, if you can, I know you were at work, but can you quickly share your thoughts on the 30-minute demo? No, he can't. Alright, so question, did anyone else who has a PS4 on here play the Resident Evil 2 Remake demo? Xforce?
No.
Wait, what? What is it?
Did you try the Resident Evil Remake demo?
No, but I watched a speedrun of it. They actually did a speedrun it 2 minutes.
I know, I saw it. I saw that too. I enjoyed it. I am a little disappointed that this is just a 30-minute demo in a sense. When they say it's a one-shot 30-minute demo, they do mean that. So when you're done, when your 30 minutes are up, you cannot play the game no more. You just have to delete it and stuff like that, which sucks.
That's horrible.
It sucks. I will say that. However,
there's an exploit.
There's an exploit to it, and that's number one. Number two, it's a good marketing move, because I wouldn't want you to continuously play the same thing. And they also said when you boot up the game that some of the things that you're about to play are not going to be finalized in the actual game when it comes out. This game comes out in 2 weeks. So I do understand why they did it, and I actually got the chance to play it. Keep in mind, I got the chance to play the game a little bit at E3, but me and GC were sharing and I wanted him to play it more because I know he's our Resident Evil fan and our Resident Evil history teacher in the sense. So I wanted him to play it more. I tried to play more of it at San Diego Comic-Con, but that line was packed. And I was cosplaying as Jack Krauser, and I was just doing pictures the majority of the day. But I can tell you right again, nigga. Okay, hold up. GC, can you time out? GC, nigga, hold up. Can you deadlift 300? Can you deadlift 300, bro? I got the chance to play it, and I actually streamed it. The game is fun. From what I could play, the game was fun. I am going to be streaming it again through Steam because not only did I play it on the PS4, I actually do have it on Steam, so I will be trying it out again. There are some mechanics that I need to get used to, like when you're aiming at a zombie. When you're aiming at a zombie, what do you mean how?
The same mechanics as from RE7.
I didn't play RE7. You played it, GC. I own RE7. I just haven't played it yet. I want to play the games in chronological order. I might boot up RE7 though. I'll put it on the list. But I will say it like this. If you're thinking this is gonna be Resident Evil 4, no, it's not gonna be Resident Evil 4. Because you're not gonna be Leon's not gonna be doing no suplexes or jump kicks or anything like that. This is good old young Leonardo DiCaprio, Leon Kennedy. Okay, he looks like Leonardo DiCaprio. He acts like Leonardo DiCaprio. He acts like Leonardo DiCaprio from Basketball Diaries and Romeo plus Juliet. That's his facial features right there. It's for me, it's a little hard to shoot because I'm aiming at a zombie's head and I'm thinking I'm like, okay, headshot right there. No, like the bullets do go a little bit ricocheting-ish because I keep forgetting, and I understand why they did that because again, this is Leon's first day on the job and stuff. But I will say graphically, the game looks amazing. I love the graphics of this game, like the details, especially when Leon's examining the dead body and the dude's jawline is about to come off and stuff, and how gory and detailed you see the veins and stuff. It's amazing. Like, you want to see a good gore fest of a game? I think Resident Evil 2 could potentially be one of the most. To me, it could be one of the most graphic games of this year because of the amount of detail Capcom has put into the game, and I love it. I will say this.
It has to. Yeah. All right, go on.
I would say this. It's not. If you do not like if you do not like a lot of gore, like realistic gore, to say the least, quote unquote, I would suggest that you skip out on this game. But other than that, yeah, I'm excited for this game. It does suck that it's only a one-shot 30 minutes, but I worked my way around, got it to Steam. But that 30 minutes was enough for me to say I want this game. I am thinking about pre-ordering this game because you do get some pre-order bonuses, like you do get Hunk and the tofu gameplay thing that happens in RE2, which I'm excited for. So yeah, that's just me. But that's it on my end. I think the 30 minutes, it's enough. I know a lot of people want it more, but honestly, 30 minutes is enough to say it's enough to be like, okay, I cannot wait to get this game. So, but Xforce, go ahead before we move on.
Okay. But there's a lot of things I want to say. There's actually quite a few things I want to say about demo. It's actually a lost opportunity in sales because if people are satisfied with the demo itself, they will not buy the game on a business front. So by making it a one-shot, actually gives them a better opportunity. So it struck a right balance between people wanting to buy the game and not and trying things out in general.
Well, I said the same. I did say the same thing. I said that's actually a good business practice.
It's not good for consumer, but it's understandable if that makes any sense. And as for gore, look no further than God of War.
God. I'm saying of this year. Like I know God of War is always. God of War has always been a gory game. I mean, do I have to remind people of Kratos do I have to remind people of Kratos literally ripping Helios, the Titan of the Sun's head off his shoulders in God of War 3?
You know what's the best part? It got past Australian filters.
Oh my god, dude.
It got past Australian filters, which is amazing.
So, and for the uninitiated, so Australia has a really big censorship when it comes to violence. Like, I will say this right now: if you ever played Left 4 Dead, the Australian version of Left 4 Dead, there's no gore in that game. Like, you see the zombie's head gets blown off, but there's no if you've ever played,
Blood?
yeah, like no, there's blood, but it's like spouts of blood. Like Jen, I'll be like this. When you Jen during your 69 phase gamer tags on Steam.
Shut up! I would never do that.
Oh my god. Anyways, but when we're on Steam,
Switch Reckless then later.
So on Steam, if you bought the game in America, you do see like intestines and stuff coming out of the zombies. In the Australian versions, you don't see that.
Okay, you know what? You got me curious. I want to see that now.
Do you have Left 4 Dead version? Oh, go ahead.
Yeah.
Oh boy, that's really fun.
But yeah, that's pretty much all I can say about RE2's remake demo. If you guys haven't yet, you have until the 31st, because that's when they're gonna shut the one-shot demo off. To make up your mind on whether or not you're gonna buy it. GC, do you have like a quick opinion about it before we move on? I know you're at work.
So far, just my experience at E3, it's pretty much like really familiar with me, but still, just the graphics alone, it just takes my breath away, because it's really.
My bad. Go on.
Okay, because even though they try to basically be similar to a Resident Evil 1 remake, but it's just even better. But just the suspense and the horror aspect, where not only where you know how back then on the first classics where it's like 6 camera angles, but just the atmosphere basically hitting every corner and the zombies basically breaking through the door, it keeps you on your toes each and every time, especially the dark atmosphere. As a mechanics wise, I said it before, it's similar to RE7, which is not bad at all. But they add a lot of references of previous RE titles into this game. You know, they got the RE remake self-defense weapon, where the final zombies try to bite you. Got the over-the-shoulder camera look for RE4. Also got the RE7 mechanics when it comes to your weapons, your items, and etc. And just all aspects of the story too as well. Basically, just as in to get back and forth to Marvin, who was pretty much his lieutenant at the RPD police station. I'm just excited. I can't wait for it to launch. I'll just be on it.
All right, then. Well, that being said, let's move on. So, Cyber.
Go ahead.
All right, got you. All right, so let's move on to some more news. So, coming from the UK, Cyberpunk 2099's release date. We just got.
You mean 2077?
I apologize. I was playing Spider-Man, and I just got the Spider-Man 2099 costume, so I apologize.
Wow.
Leave me alone, nigga. Anyway, so this is coming from Sunday Express. Cyberpunk 2077. The studio remains tight-lipped on the launch plans, telling Twitter's followers that Cyberpunk 2077 is coming when it's ready. But the good news is that, according to Polish analyst company Vesterdom, the game could launch sooner than expected. The company believes that 2077 it will launch in the fourth quarter of 2019. As Game Reactor points out, this particular financial period turns until March 2020. So, quick, guys, any thoughts on this? I didn't get the chance to play 2077 at E3 because it was at the Microsoft convention, Microsoft Center, which a lot of Microsoft's games were there, and I did not know that until our friend Ari, shouts to Ari Chan and her and Ari Chan on Twitter. She actually got the chance to play it, and she said the game was really, really dope. But I didn't get the chance to, so hopefully maybe there'll be a playable demo at this year's E3 that's on the actual show floor of E3. I'm not sure yet. Can't really say too much about that. Do any of y'all have any thoughts on this? Xforce, what's your thoughts?
I'm pretty hyped for it, honestly. I mean, they're the same guys who made Witcher 3, honestly. So, and actually check out the gameplay, how it looks for Cyberpunk 2077, how the gameplay interacts, and this is something I might be interested in. And this could actually be, and in my opinion, this could actually give the Borderlands series a problem. Actually, that's my opinion. It'll actually give, it'll honestly give the Borderlands series a big problem in the near future if it becomes really good.
All right then. Jen, what about you? Do you have any thoughts?
Well, I see how it looks like, you know, a little, not demo, they had like a little trailer. It's beautiful. I'm excited. I want to see how well it runs.
Oh yeah, they have.
Because it looks, in my opinion, it looks like it's gonna be difficult to run because of how. Yeah.
Let's just hope it's more optimized, because. But I think it's going to be more optimized since you're doing first-person shooting in general. And
Okay.
the worlds are more. How should I put it? At least you're not all going to open fields and seeing it from very far away. So that should be easier on your machines than, let's say, Witcher 3.
Yeah, because I know Witcher eats up a lot when it comes to graphics and stuff like that. I want to know is whether or not the game's gonna be perfectly optimized on PC. I think that's my one concern. I just do hope for good optimization on PC's front. Because I'm not saying that
I have major doubts about it because it's optimized for 30 frames per second, obviously 30 frames per second gaming. So that's my concern.
This piece of news I'm actually very excited for. So everyone knows, including GC, because I know GC's a big Division fan, the Division 2 is coming out soon. But the problem is the Division 2 will not be on Steam. In fact, Ubisoft, and this news broke out on IGN, Ubisoft and Epic Games have announced a partnership to release the PC version of the Division 2 on the newly launched Epic Games store. It will not be available on Steam PC. So with that being said, I will take the helm. Shots have been officially fired. This is the WCW versus WWF scenario. I think Epic Games just shot the first shot. The line in the sand has been drawn. The next Hokage wars have begun between Epic Games and Steam. I'm actually excited for this.
Naruto.
Of course I don't, but I do know references to Naruto. I know the references.
Hey, at least it's not being war between Naruto and Sakura versus Naruto and Hinata. So you're good.
Yeah. So.
Oh wow, you really know your reference. I watch Naruto too, so
I know. Jen, I know you want to do Sasuke and Sakura. I'm like, I can't be a good Sasuke. I'm not emo.
I said it was Itachi.
Actually, that's
canon. I'm gonna be quiet.
That's canon, by the way.
I'm gonna be quiet. Never mind. I was gonna talk about Itachi. But
for the uninitiated, Jen and I in high school, she really wanted to do Naruto cosplay. Me and her, she wanted to do Sasuke and Sakura, and then she wanted to do Naruto and the blind chick that he's banging and got the kid with. But
wow.
Is she blind?
Wow.
Wait, is
she's not even blind.
Then why is her eyes white?
Because she has the Byaku. You know what? I'm not even gonna talk about this.
You know what? Let's move on.
All right.
We're going off track.
The point of the matter.
It's making me cringe. You said that.
The point of the matter is, Jen, shut up. You want to do Big Boss and the Boss from Metal Gear? Hush up.
Dude, let's move on.
All right. So with that being said, I think this is a good business practice because I know Xforce and I and Skooks, the three of us have been talking off the stream, saying that this is a good practice that Epic Games wants to go into the gaming store, game cloud market, and if this is their first move, then more power to Epic Games. I think this would actually start making Steam be a little bit more on their toes. Xforce, what's your thoughts on this?
I'll make no comment, but other than the war between, as long as there's competition, it's going to be healthy competition at least. So I hope this will actually prompt Steam to make their services better, assuming Epic Games actually did their services justice.
All right then, Jen, what about you? What's your thoughts?
Well, this will be war. No, I'm just kidding.
Oh my god.
But, I'm excited because like Steam has gotten away with stuff, and I'm happy that. Yeah, and I know why. It's because they think it's like, oh, we're always gonna be the best. Then you see this happen, and now they're gonna be like, oh, what's going on? And I hope that they fix their system. They fix their. Maybe I'll come back to Steam then.
So you heard it here first.
it's like AMD versus Intel, where AMD just suddenly completely shook the CPU market completely.
I was just about to ask you, did you see the new AMD processors?
I actually want to use the AMD now.
Dude, I'm gonna get a new motherboard. I gotta buy a new motherboard because I actually want those processors.
And not just that, I could trust their. At the moment, I could trust their CPU.
The CPU processor.
Yeah, that's redundant, but I could trust their CPU more than Intel, because Intel has a security breach and they've been doing a lot of shady moves ever since.
For those y'all who want, for those y'all who want to know more about the Intel thing, last year. Go ahead.
TLDR, they had a security breach. They pretty much have to do a firmware update on it, and then they pretty much screwed every single news outlet. So they pretty much got embargoed. So they can't even say anything they want.
Then
they tried to rig the results in their favor, and that got a massive backlash.
Question: Didn't their stocks flop when that happened too?
Yep, it flopped. It flopped really hard. Not as bad as EA though.
oh man, we should have talked about. I just realized we didn't even discuss EA's financial crap that just went down. But oh well.
It actually caught off to them.
Yeah.
Well, go on.
All right, Jen. What about you? All right, you already talked about it.
Yeah. Let's go, Jen.
So there you go. There you have it, guys. So Division 2 will be on Epic Games Store and Uplay. So don't try to find it on Steam. It's not gonna be on Steam. Speaking of cloud services, so Amazon now wants to break into the game streaming service. This just broke out today as we were getting ready for the podcast.
Wow.
And you can actually find this on the Gaming Illuminati's podcast. Shout out to the Gaming Illuminati. Amazon, this is coming because they actually got from a source. I'm about to pull it up real quick.
I'm gonna make a quick read right now for that one.
Alright, so apparently this is coming from information.com that Amazon is now developing a game streaming service. Amazon wants to develop it over the internet, joining Microsoft, Google, and companies that are building their similar offerings in what could be an important new battleground in online entertainment. Two people briefed on the plan said streaming services represent a potentially significant shift in the game business by, in some cases, eliminating the need for players to purchase expensive hardware such as consoles or PCs to run the most elaborate titles and yada yada yada. So I would say this, coming from someone who I don't really use a lot of gaming streaming services, unless does Steam count as a gaming streaming service? I'm not sure.
No, it does not.
No.
It does not.
Okay.
A streaming service actually streams it from the cloud to your machine.
Okay. So I personally,
all the brute work comes from the servers, not from your local machine.
So it's pretty much like Xbox Game Pass. I got you now. All right. So yeah, like I said, guys, I don't do gaming streaming services because I personally don't feel the need to, but I do know a lot of people who do, especially people who have the Xbox Game Pass. I know a lot of people have. I know a lot of people personally who say that the Xbox Game Pass does help, especially that they have kids and stuff, so that way they don't have to like buy their kids like a bunch of games. There's like, especially one of our homies, I call him Proto Stalker. Shouts to Proto Stalker. He's like, yeah, I got like 500 plus games through Xbox Game Pass. So like, if my nephew or niece is like, I want to play Call of Duty, like, okay, which one? We got Call of Duty 2, 3, Modern Warfare. He's like, no, I want to play Black Ops 4. No, you little rat. You got all these other Call of Duty games. You don't need the other new ones. But you get what I mean. So I think when it comes to this, again, I know a lot of people who have Amazon Prime, me including, who actually will benefit for this. So I'm looking at this as a beneficial thing in which people who are actually invested in, let's say, Google's streaming service, Microsoft's gaming streaming service, or Amazon, this could help benefit them. And I do, again, it's not for me because, again, I'm a PC gamer. I don't think it's a necessity for me to stream on game streaming services and stuff like that. That's such a tongue twister. I apologize, but I do know people who will. So more power to them, and I'm happy that Amazon is thinking about wanting to develop this. Jen, from a financial, I want Jen, because you are a residential financial person, because you are a double major in that field. What is your thoughts? Do you think this could be do you think Amazon could get financial gain from this?
In my opinion, I could, considering Amazon has broken like you know how they have Amazon Prime, they have Amazon exclusive stuff. So I think this is what you would say healthy competition. I want to see how they do it, because Amazon always tries to be what's that word? They always want to re-innovate themselves. So I want to see how far they can be in terms of being keep up with the whole technology and whatnot. So I'm excited. I think there's a good there's a good there's a good way of doing it for Amazon Cloud. I haven't used Amazon Cloud though. I only use Google Cloud.
Okay, here's a question. Because you use Google Cloud, do you think their gaming streaming service works for Google? Have you ever used it?
No. I've never done gaming streaming, okay?
Okay, so here's what I want you to do, Jen, and I'm saying this on stream as well. I want you to try it and let us know how it goes, all right? Because I actually am curious about it.
All right, but I don't know what game to play. I don't have.
Let's do
what?
Witcher 3.
Try Witcher 3.
Witcher. I don't have that. I'll look into somewhere. It's because I also don't have I don't have the video card. Cause look, I don't have the video card and doing all that stuff. That's why I don't stream.
Jen, thankfully you
actually need a better CPU personally. Go on.
I would say, Jen, well, that's why you're on the podcast with us, because you got two dudes, in me and Xforce and Bajimxenn, who actually do build computers. So let us know if you want to start building a computer. We will be happy to help you with that.
I actually want to build a computer from scratch, because all I'm just doing is upgrade my computer at the moment.
Well, that's still kind of building. You're just reconstructing it. That counts.
It's a rebuild. There we go. Let's count
down.
Exactly. Wow, we are so much freaking nerds. I mean, nigga, you know what I'm saying? Like, we can just make this, put that nigga right here, put that right there. I'm joking. Anyways, Jen,
we need put. Okay, next time we go make a computer, let's make it like strict for lux, not even performance. Let's get all the cheapest parts for performance, and then spend the rest of the money on lux. So let's put an exhaust pipe in there.
No, we're not gonna NASCAR our freaking computer, bro. No, but what I would say is we probably get Jen a really. If we're gonna build Jen a computer, we should just get. We're not gonna get her one of the 1050 or the 2000 series.
Okay, don't worry.
We're gonna give her a decent graphics card, let's say the 900 series from Nvidia and stuff like that, and start from there.
No. Let's give her a 10K. Let's give her a 10K.
We get her the 1030. We get her the 1030.
Y'all are so fucking nerdy. I don't even understand.
Hey, hold on, my nigga. Whoa, Jen, nigga. I know you ain't talking about nerdy, Miss
I know,
Miss
but
Spider
I don't
Girl. Even though you're a hipster Spider-Man fan, shut your butt up,
dude. Anyways,
I'm putting it on. I put it on site. I put it on the spot. Yeah.
Anyways, I'm going to bring it back to the subject for this one.
Go ahead.
Now, for streaming services though, I don't think it'll be great for gaming. In my personal opinion, it's not a good market to chase after for gaming. It's better to do it for productivity side, like Photoshop or video editing. But for gaming, I don't think it's gonna happen. It's not a good platform to work with, and the network is so unstable. We don't have the proper infrastructure to do it, at least not logistically at the moment. I'm gonna be skeptical for this one.
Okay, real quick. When you say that, what do you mean that Amazon doesn't have the right streaming technology to do that?
No, it's not having the right streaming quality, but the availability of people having the proper hardware to even run in the first place, and even the area itself, is not going to happen. Especially people who live in rural areas. They're not going to benefit.
I mean, I can see what you're saying, but I would say this in defense of Amazon wanting to do this. There's another streaming service that's on your phone. I think it's called Liquid or something like Liquid Swords or something like that. That broke out like last year, where you can actually stream PC games to your computer and stuff like that. And it actually does work fairly well, especially with like the new hardware from like Apple and Google and like Samsung and all the other Android products.
It's not even about the hardware itself. It's networking in general, and your ISP is strictly based on your internet service. And if you have a crappy internet service, you're out of luck.
Well, thank you for educating us.
Like I said, I would say this. That part I do agree with you on Xforce because it would actually depend on who's your internet provider and stuff like that. But again, I would say this: when it comes to Amazon as a whole, we're looking at like logistically, with Amazon wanting to do this. Is this a good move? Again, like Jen
they have the infrastructure for it already because of Twitch. They already have the infrastructure. They can do it.
Right, and not just that, but going back to what Jen said, what Jen had said earlier, Jen said that Amazon has continuously tries to innovate with their product and stuff like that. Yeah, they do.
It's not innovating. It's using existing hardware, using their existing infrastructure and converting it to something they could use to target a different applicability.
I'll let you say different audience, but okay.
It's different applicability of their infrastructure already.
Jen, you sound like you want to say something. Whoa, did you have anything to say about this?
No.
Sure.
No, fake. No, I'm just kidding. I don't know.
I'm just trying to be accurate as possible.
Like I said, I understand.
Thank you for your info. I don't have that much techie logic, so.
Like I said, I think I would say this. I think we gotta agree to disagree on this, Xforce. So I do think that again, I agree with the fact that you said like it really does depend on your internet provider, because if for some reason if you are still on DSL, then you've been living in the Stone Ages and you still have Windows XP for some odd reason on your computer, it's time for you to upgrade and stuff like that. I'm just saying. Or if you're one of the poor unfortunate souls that still has Windows Vista on your damn computer.
Windows Vista is actually okay. Windows
Vista? Are you serious?
No. Wait, people still have that?
I said for the unfortunate souls who have Windows Vista still.
Windows Vista has a poor user experience. I'm just going to say it straight up. But Windows ME, oh my god, Windows ME is hell. By the way, I can say that with certainty. Don't do Windows ME.
Good to know.
All right, we gotta move on because there's too much nerd talk going on right now.
Yeah, you guys been nerding it out.
Jen, you're a nerd too. Shut the hell up. Anyways, so moving on to some actual kind of sad, maybe not. GameStop is about to potentially might be selling to another company, and it could be announced in mid-February. So for those of you who want to know, this is coming from GameStop. This is coming from GameSpot.com. GameStop was whatever. Wall Street Journal reports that at least two companies are bidding for GameStop, and a deal to buy the retailer could become public by the middle of February. Citing a person familiar with GameStop, Wall Street Journal reported that private equity companies Sycamore Partners and Apollo Global Management are interested in buying GameStop. Both companies declined to comment when approached by the Wall Street Journal, and GameStop itself refused to elaborate on the acquisition discussion. Sycamore had raised a further $4.75 billion in capital last July. Specializes in consumer and retail investment, so going after GameStop could make sense. Meanwhile, Apollo is a firm that prides itself on making investments in companies that have fallen out of favor, and this would also cover GameStop in theory. Their equity co-president and lead partner Scott Kleinman says Apollo is looking for investment opportunities that others are unable or willing to figure out. So my main question to you guys is, do you think this could save GameStop? Because we know that when it comes to GameStop has not been doing well, because obviously
who shops at GameStop? I'm just kidding. No, because look, I don't want to sound mean, but if I go to Target, they do price matching. Come on, you can't defeat price matching.
GameStop doesn't have much to offer, honestly.
Except they will try to sell you pre-owned games. Like, hey, you want to get this pre? Like, no, I want to buy it new, nigga.
And the pre-owned games isn't even, and like the pre-owned games aren't even heavily discounted. That's the thing.
Yeah, that's a big issue. And not just that, it's not even going to the developers. It's just going to GameStop itself. So you're not even supporting devs. That's the problem with secondhand games in general. It's like you're not selling it to, you're not giving money to the devs themselves. You just
I almost got in a fight with someone because I was trying to sell. I forgot what I was trying to do. I was trying to sell some old PS3 games, and they were only gonna buy it for like $5. I'm like, wow.
Yeah, I'm not gonna do that at all. You might as well keep all your games at that point.
Yeah.
Or
like they literally sell PS3 games, and they buy it only for $5.
Or what you do, hold on, real quick. Or what you do is you go to your local mom and pop game store. Like I go to Game Tower. Shout out to Game Tower. You should totally follow them on Instagram. They're on Nordoff and Corbin. You should what do you call it? They will buy the games off you, or they will give you game store credit, so that way it can go to your next purchase. Like if you're trying to buy like Capcom vs SNK 1, the Dreamcast, that game's like what, $50 brand new. You can get the game. I almost got the game for like $5.
Anyways, speaking of old games, I actually realized I got the last released simulation racing game for the Nintendo 64. That cannot be emulated whatsoever.
How much was GameStop gonna buy it off?
10 cents.
So GameStop. So here, all right. So I think we're gonna nip it in the bud, because I think I just got everyone's opinions on this. This is not gonna save GameStop. It really isn't. Like GameStop, look, your time.
The business practices. The business practice pretty much led them to that point.
Yeah,
I'm just gonna say it straight up.
Like, I want my money back. This game sucks. You at least give me half of my money back. We'll give you $15, nigga. Leave me alone. All right, so. But and then also, how can we not forget the time where the dude tried to give Fallout 76 back at GameStop? He wanted his money back. He came back like 3 hours after he bought the game because he didn't like the game, and they refused to give him his money back. They're like, we can't give you your money back. That's their practice. Like the dude, like the guy at GameStop wanted to give that dude his money back, but he's like, dude, it's company policy. I would love to give you your money back. Trust me, I do, but I can't. Now what I can do is I can give you in-store credit for it, and you can buy another game. Like, yeah,
and like I don't want to buy another game.
I want my money back. No, dude, on God, back in 2012, I had actually pre-ordered Resident Evil Operation Raccoon City. I swear to, and I never got the game. It was still sitting at GameStop on Slauson and Crenshaw. I will say this right now. Had I bought that game when I was still 17, and if I played it, and if I went back an hour later, like, this game sucks, I want my money back, and they weren't going to give me back my money, I would be pissed.
Yeah.
Shout out to Steam, because I actually got my $10 refund from that.
Wow.
Wow.
Yeah.
Steam actually gave good service right there.
No, and they gave me my refund back in an hour. Like I did. As a matter of fact, y'all can go back in my back. I'll tell you right now. We're segueing, but like in my early days of streaming on Twitch, this is like year 2 of streaming. I have got Resident Evil Operation Raccoon City on a Black Friday sale, and I played that game for 45 minutes, and I asked for my money back. I did it live on Twitch. And
really?
Bajimxenn was here right now. He would co-sign for me. He saw it happen, and I explained. Yeah, he can vouch for me. And I got my money. I got the email saying that my money had got refunded. It'll be in your money will be back in your account tomorrow. I'm like, all right, cool. So
That's
yeah,
really good service right there.
so I mean,
Wow.
look, I know we do give Steam a hard time every now and then, but Steam does
They
come
do
through.
it. They do improve though.
Yes.
Yeah.
They do their best to improve. We'll give them that much.
Mhm.
There you go. All right, so let's move on. GameStop, you're just done, okay? We got some news about this game called Atlas battling racism. I don't know.
Oh boy.
Xforce, I don't know. Xforce, can you give us the gist of it? I'll let you take the story. Go ahead.
Really now?
Yes, I don't know about this. I didn't want to take the time to read
Me
it.
neither. I mean, not the full story of it, but this is actually pretty big, honestly.
All right, so to the uninitiated, which is me, Jen, and GC, you know he's listening.
What is it?
Yeah, explain. Give us the gist. You don't go over 2 minutes. Go ahead.
Okay. Long story short, Atlas is supposed to be the competition between. It's supposed to be the competitor. Okay, not competitor. It is an MMORPG. No, MMORPG. Man, I'm really bad at explaining this part. Okay.
It's like Sea of
Atlas-
Thieves.
Thank you.
Okay.
It's like Sea of Thieves. Thank you. And so far, because the Chinese and West are able to interact with each other, which is very rare, I'm actually surprised that there's a racist war going in
Okay.
between the Chinese
going.
players and between the Chinese players and the Western players. And I gotta say straight up, I wish I read it more in depth so I can give a better understanding of it. But the xenophobia is in play.
Aww.
On whose front? On the Chinese or on us?
The Western players want to ban Chinese players. Or
Okay.
give them and they say that the Chinese players are being disrupted in multiplayer. At least that's what they're claiming at the moment.
So in short term, we can't have nice things because us in America are just complete d-bags.
It's not America. It's also Europeans. It's not just America.
So
Just,
people on the
yeah.
internet in general.
Yes.
Okay, you should just chalk it up to that. So apparently, Atlas is the internet versus it's just a civil war on the internet. It's World War 88 on the internet.
And here's what the Western players would do to the Chinese players. They'll say something very controversial and then get them in trouble with the Chinese government right outright.
I wonder what they would say.
Like how their leader is a piece of crap or something like that.
Oh, okay.
Oh.
Because
That's
the
example.
thing is, like
That's an
YouTube is banned in China, right?
Yeah.
So I'm
Yes.
like,
It's
Okay.
because of if you say any bad opinions about the Chinese government, you're gonna get your home raided.
Okay.
oh, I didn't know that. Huh.
No, that part I did know, but I did not know people were actually trying to do that on Atlas.
They're trying to get the Chinese players in trouble if maybe due to the Chinese players pissing off other people. We don't know whose fault is it in general, but let's put it. But the long story short, but I'm just going to say straight up, the Westerners have a lot of power against the Chinese players, and I do mean a lot, especially when the government is on the Chinese people. So it's a losing battle for the Chinese players, honestly.
Aw.
I would say this.
Oh,
Guys,
yeah.
Go ahead.
Okay, I read something new. I actually read this part. I know why the West are pissed off with the Chinese.
Why?
They're using exploits and hacks. They're hacking the game.
Once again, I just chalk it up to saying this is why we can't have nice things on the internet. That's all I have to say about that.
Yeah. So the Chinese players are hacking the game, and because of that, it's ruining the experience for everyone else. And they're trying to get the Chinese players banned or imprisoned. At that point.
Once again, this is why we cannot have nice things.
This is
Annoying and stupid. That is so dumb.
well.
Why can't we all just get along?
Because Jen, this is America. This is America. I know. I just want to say. I've been wanting to say Gambino's thing for a while. Go ahead.
Yeah, but if the Chinese players are hacking, it's like, no wonder people hate the Chinese. No wonder.
Hey, we don't. Hey, real quick. We just want to say we don't hate the Chinese on ScrubClub. We love everyone.
Xforce, aren't you Chinese?
Like, Xforce doesn't speak for all of us here on the Scrubclubgaming podcast. We love the Chinese. I'm just saying right now.
But I'm a little Chinese too.
She's half Chinese. It's the reason why she has to go see Crazy Rich Asian, which we will be watching soon.
But I'm just going to say it straight up. If the Chinese are hacking the games, they're just going to cause problems for everyone else. But the way that the other people are handling it, it's also not cool at all. Trying to get them in prison in general.
Okay, thank you. Please clean it up because I don't want to get DDoSed by anyone. So,
but as I said, it's just a mega warfare at the moment. It's just we can't have nice things because the Chinese are hacking, Westerns are intentionally trying to get them in prison.
The Europeans.
Why can't we be friends?
Why can't we be friends?
Because people are selfish like that.
Because people are dicks. Because people are dicks. All right. Look, I want to get on some more positive route, which we're about to get into, and a kind of
the Ellie issue.
The what?
The Ellie issue.
We're about to get into it right now. But before, we got some Overwatch news. So we have two pieces of Overwatch news we're going to talk about. One we forgot to talk about in the last podcast, and that is apparently Blizzard wants to censor people on Overwatch League in the chat, specifically in the chat on Twitch. So if you were saying anything really stupid or anything like that, you could get banned. And the reason they know is because on Overwatch League, if you're trying to talk in the chat room on their Twitch channel, you have to also be logged into your Battle.net account. Also, and I think Jen, you might like this, and I wish Skooks and Cece were here. And the latest Overwatch comic book confirmed that Soldier 76, aka Jack Morrison, is queer. He is LGBT. He represents the LGBT flag. So
I just hope it's not because of pandering shit.
No, and actually that's what I actually want to talk about. So Xforce, I want you to tackle both of these real quick. What's your thoughts on the censoring thing, and what's your thoughts on Soldier 76 being being considered queer? Go ahead. Okay.
For the Twitch chat has been toxic for a while, so it's like I'm not surprised with that one. We are. The ones who have been into the Twitch community, you guys know that Twitch is toxic in general. So it is what it is.
I think
there's just too many SJWs. That's why.
No, it's not just
and kids and that don't know anything, and it's just a lot of nasty people.
I would say this, Jen. It's not just SJWs in the chat. We're talking. I'll explain my part when he's done. Go ahead.
And as for Soldier 76 being gay, that came out of left field. I'm just gonna say it straight up. It came out of left field. But as long as the story already indicates it in the first place, then it makes sense. But as I said, it came out of left field, out of nowhere. There's no indication of it. So, all right. It is what it is.
I think that's why we have the comic books and stuff. Because I know a lot of people, like, I did not know how deep the Overwatch lore goes until I started reading some of the comic books.
Aside from the Soldier 76 being confirmed being confirmed gay, the other stuff in there is really interesting. Like how Anna and Reaper actually had a family. Not both together.
Wait, they banged?
No.
Oh.
Okay, Anna. You already know Anna is a mom.
Yeah, that's Farrah's mama.
That's Farrah's mom. But Reaper is apparently a father. Apparently a father of someone.
Sombra?
No.
Who?
That'd be cool though, but we don't know
Who did he
bounty.
knock up? Who did he knock up?
We don't know, but he must have given her the death blossom. Yeah!
Wow.
Oh my gosh.
Wow.
If anyone knows that, if
But let's
anyone
put it
wants
this
to know
way.
it.
But let's put it this way: before Reaper became Reaper, though, Reaper is actually a really cool dude in general. And before that, before all the incidents just piled up and such, and you really see the side of him that is like where he is genuinely happy doing stuff for others, which is making Halloween costumes in one of the comics. That's actually one genuine skill he had to show that he is human. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
So we had to. I actually want to see something more deeper on Reaper's storyline. Honestly, I am actually quite curious about his story. Anyways, take the helm for this one.
All right, I would go. All right, so when it comes to censorship about doing that, first of all, I don't know who. Look, coming from someone and speaking for myself, for GC, for Xforce, and for Bajimxenn, who do watch tournaments on Twitch. Like I follow VG Bootcamp, I follow Evo, and I follow Overwatch League. I'm honestly excited for Overwatch League for next month because I actually want to go to the Burbank studios to see it in person again. I will say this right now. If you're like, who the hell does, like, I don't understand why anyone would want to comment on the chat for Overwatch League when the entire thing is just scrolling super fast. Like, no one, it's not like anyone is going to read your stuff. Like, it's not like someone is like in the booth reading comments on Twitch and stuff. That's number one. So you're already setting yourself up for when you say something really stupid, you're already setting yourself up. Number one. Number two, again, if you're watching this, if you are, let's say you are big on Overwatch League, if you consider yourself someone who is a big fan of esports, you don't need a comment on what's going on. You can cheer and stuff, but you don't need a comment about how you feel, or you don't need to write an entire essay about how you feel on Twitch's chat, because no one's going to read it.
I've seen one in real. Yeah, I've seen one where someone wrote a really big paragraph, and it just went magically
and it just zoomed by. Exactly. So it's like you're already setting yourself up for that. And
who writes a paragraph anyway?
And who's going to have time to read all of it?
Exactly. like the entire chat is filled with a bunch of 13-year-olds and stuff like that. 13-year-olds and people.
Well, people just want to
spam and stuff. And cause crap. So I would say that, just Jen, it's not about the SJWs. It's more about one, who the hell is gonna be writing on the chat in the first place? Why would anyone want to write in the chat in the first place? And I'm sorry, even if you are,
let's just assume big time streamers and such in general.
Okay, and assuming if you are going to do it, why don't you write something super stupid? Because I have seen what people write, and I'm like, I see the actual, and I've seen the actual F word that I shouldn't say. It's not the F word, but the one that I know Jen would punch me in the. I know the one Jen would punch me in the throat if I ever said it in her face.
Not the universally accepted one, basically.
Yes, not. I don't say the F word that's not universally accepted, because Jen would punch me in the throat, rightfully so. I've seen people.
And Cece would too.
And Cece and Skooks as well. I get a triple super kick. Like Kenny Omega Youngbuck style. I've seen people say the N word on there, and I'm like, y'all are just setting yourselves up to get banned. And I know everyone. Go ahead. Because Xforce and we had talked about this during one of their streams. I'm like, I know a lot of people will be like, it's First Amendment, I can say what I want. Okay, you can say what you want, but however, that there's a consequence to it, and if I'm pretty sure there's gonna be someone who's gonna find your IP address, and you will get slapped in the face. I'm just saying.
I already had to ban someone for actually trying to say the N word, like just in vain, not in context of it, just straight up in vain. I had to ban him from the chat. But the sad part is, like, you can get banned. You know what's the most common? You know what's the most common way of getting banned?
What?
From what I noticed on Twitch, sharing your stream on another person's channel. Yep. That's
so hosting someone's stream, you can get banned.
Trying to promote, remotely insinuate to watch your stream, even if your friend will get you banned right away. That's
that
one.
Sucks.
Yeah, so you can't even promote yourself. But here's the even better part. You don't even get the warning for it. And they don't even put it in the rules.
Really? Wow.
Yeah, it's just arbitrary at that point. So another way to get banned in there is if you have differing opinions. I'm not joking.
Oh no, I've seen people who've got I've seen some streams where like let's don't get me wrong, I said this before, y'all know how I feel. I don't like Trump. However, I've seen people who let's say for some reason someone was talking about politics on their stream and someone was like, I vote for Trump for this reason, like I'm not a xenophobe, I'm not a racist or anything like that. That person actually banned that guy or girl, whomever, off the stream. I'm like, look, again, I don't like Trump as much as the next person, but come on now, dude.
I have a different opinion, so
yeah. But going back to what I was saying, because we're segueing way too far into this. So, like I said,
actually it's pretty related though.
No, but I also want to get my thoughts on 76.
Oh, okay. Go on.
Yes, but yeah. So, like I said, like you in general, even if you want comment on someone's chat, you should still be a decent person and not be a complete d-bag about it.
Apparently, they didn't learn that skill, so that's pretty much lost in translation easily.
Yeah, you want to.
Well, since he's away, anyway, I'm going to say straight up.
Oh, real quick, and another thing. Oh, sorry. Go ahead.
Okay, here's something really that bothers me the most. You can get banned for talking about history. Dude, that's a can of worms for another time. I don't even want to get into that because I actually got into an argument about that. But let me finish up. So, and then that's one thing. So that's my whole thing about it. Like, if you're gonna comment on a chat, and then for some reason on a tournament
Please
chat,
be respectful.
Be respectful. That's all I have to say about that. Don't be a dick. Okay, that's number one. Number two, with the whole 76 thing, I'm okay with it. I was
expecting Lucio to be bi.
No, man, Lucio's not bi. Lucio's been trying to smash Diva for the longest. That ain't gonna happen. But
it's not gonna happen,
but my whole thing about 76 being gay, and I did say this on Twitter, I really hope this was not a strategy that Blizzard did to get at some of the crap that they pulled in 2018 with Diablo Immortals and stuff like that. That's my only thing about it. Like, I really do hope that this was part of like the lore, because if you were to tell me that the reason why Blizzard did this was to get out of trouble about the crap they did back in 2017 and stuff like that.
So you think it's a political reason?
I really hope. No. I think they did it as a smokescreen. That way they can still work on this whole Diablo Immortals crap. I hope that that's not the reason. I do hope that they did it because I know that when it comes to Overwatch has been really it's had some really good representation of people who are LGBT and stuff like that, with Tracer and now with 76, and I don't know if there are any other gay characters in Overwatch, but when it comes to like representation, I do think Overwatch does do a good job. Personally, I do. I know that a lot. I've seen the Twitters where people are like super mad that 76 is gay because he's a military man, and apparently military people are not supposed to be gay. I'm like,
no. Okay, that's a big misconception. Actually,
no. This is coming. No, I'm saying that
Don't Tell was repealed.
I know. Yes, yeah. That not just that. I know that, but no, I'm talking about a lot of the toxicity that I see on Twitter. That's what I'm saying.
Oh yeah.
No, the talk again, because I'm on Twitter. I have to be on Twitter to promote us, which you can follow us on at Scrubclubgaming. So, but yeah, and I actually did, and I actually did have a really interesting conversation with someone on Twitter, because they asked, what do you think is the best way to introduce LGBT characters without coming off as disingenuous or just marketing? And I did say, I always, and I'm quoting here, I always say that the best form of storytelling when it comes to introducing characters, relationship, or sexuality is subtlety. Shoving it down people's faces, whether it's in a video game or comic books, is not only crapping is not only a crappy thing to do, it strips away any originality or build up. Also, don't introduce a character as an LGBT character when you are in the midst of swerving people away from the BS you've been pulling for months just to get a pop, because that is straight up a slap in the face. I know this may come off as straight splaining, but this is coming from someone who, like many other people who can see through Blizzard's crap. Do I have to remind y'all about the Diablo Immortals disaster from BlizzCon? And a lot of people did favor that. So to finalize, what I'm trying to say is I'm okay with 76 being queer or gay, or I don't know where he falls in the flag.
It should have been subtle. That's what I would say.
I would say it was a bit subtle, but at the same time,
it's not. It comes out as too strong.
Yeah, like again, so I know this is coming from 3 straight dudes and 1 pansexual girl, but for me personally, if I'm going to write a character in that's LGBT, I want it to be subtle. I want it to have a build up, to be fresh. I don't want to shove it down people's faces. That's in any story.
If it's going to be front and center, it will not involve directly with him, but like the internal struggle. But some of the internal struggles to come in terms with oneself. It should be more of an internal. If it's going to be front and center, like what do they face?
Exactly.
You know what I mean?
So for anyone who wants to be a writer and stuff, and it doesn't even have to be LGBT characters. It just be characters who are dealing with issues.
Character design.
Yeah, character design, character personality, character development. Just you have a nice build up to it. Start off fresh and make it fresh. Have a decent build up to it. It doesn't have to be like the most amazing thing, but have a good build up to your character coming out with some new personality or flaw, or something that makes them very different or unique to other characters around them. That's all I have to say about that. Jen, what about you? What's your
I'm just going to add on to I'm going to add on to what you're saying. This is even better. Watch how people act.
Yes. Yes.
That's the easiest way to build a character. Just literally people watching.
All right. Then.
Because you will see the subtleties on some of the characters. And I'm just going to say it straight up. You have surface level personality. Surface level personality that everyone will see, which is I come off as very strong in general. You know what I mean? So that's an example. So that should be coming off right front and center, because that'll be shown to everyone. You know what I mean?
Yes.
And then you can reveal hidden depths along the way. Anyways, I'm done.
All right. So Jen, what about you? What's your thoughts on this?
I pretty much said it already. Trolls are trolls. Yada yada yada. Cool. Soldier 76 is gay. Cool. Yeah. You pretty much said everything already, so there's nothing much.
Well, Jen, this is coming from someone. But this is coming. Keep in mind, this is coming from someone who's 3 other dudes who are considered heteros, so that's why. So I need to get your insight on this.
All right.
What is hetero being? Because
I don't want niggas to be like y'all straight splaining. I'm like, no, nigga, we're trying to talk.
Let's put it this way: it doesn't matter what preference you are. We have to be smart about it. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
If you're being, and here's another thing that really irritates me, and this is the one thing I saw recently. They're actually using their sexual identity as a personality. That's not how it works. That's what pisses me off. It's to the point where they're trying to use their own disease, their own disability as part of their personality. No, that's not how it works.
Like, if you ever play a game of D&D, your sexuality and personalities are 2 completely different things.
Yes. Pretty much.
All right, so let's move on, guys. And this, real quick, and these are our last two pieces of news. And this is my favorite piece of. I do though. For those who don't know, I'm a big wrestling fan. I love WWE, New Japan, Ring of Honor, Impact Wrestling, Lucha Underground, so forth and so forth. Okay. Well, for those who don't know, Impact Wrestling, who formerly known as TNA, have their own Twitch channel. It was announced last 2 weeks ago. No, was it 2 weeks ago? No, last weekend. Impact Wrestling Homecoming pay-per-view that they're now gonna be started showing new episodes of Impact Wrestling, weekly episodes of Impact Wrestling on Twitch. That's right. So if you are a wrestling fan and you do watch Impact Wrestling stuff on Twitch, they're now moving a lot of their new stuff to Twitch. So if you don't have a cable providing service and you don't want to go through other means to watch Impact Wrestling, I know because I do them too. You can now watch it on Twitch. Now, what does this say for Twitch as a whole? This, honestly, in my opinion, could be a game changer for Twitch because of the sheer fact that Twitch has been known, aside from podcasts, aside from like design shows, ASMRs, IRLs, and video games and television shows and stuff like that. One thing that's been coming up on Twitch is a lot of wrestling promotions. A lot of wrestling promotions have now started to use Twitch as a platform to show off their content, whether it's in the indies or whether it's a major company like Impact Wrestling. I think this is a game changer, and this could open doors for other wrestling promotions, like let's say Ring of Honor or Progress or Evolve or Revolution or Riptide Wrestling, to name a few, or PWG. This could actually open doors for them to now start to promote their stuff on Twitch, like show live wrestling events, show up backstage commentaries behind the scenes before the thing goes on air and stuff like that. I am very happy about this. It actually did premiere last night at 10 p.m. Eastern, 8 p.m. Pacific. So if you guys haven't yet, y'all should totally check out Impact Wrestling on Twitch, twitch.tv/Impact Wrestling. Especially if you're trying to get back into the wrestling game, watch Impact Wrestling on Twitch. Trust me, you will not be disappointed. So that's me marking out on wrestling. And now for our final piece of news, and this is the main event. Bungie has now officially chalked up the deuces. They are no longer with Activision. They've taken back Destiny. Bungie is back in town. They said, forget it. We have had enough of what you're doing. We want our stuff back. We're gonna do this on our way, and we coming back. Xforce, you've been really, really vocal about Bungie and Activision for the longest. Thoughts?
No, I wasn't.
Shut up! I was trying to build you up, nigga. What's your thoughts?
I think it's great for Bungie that they're finally able to set their vision without pretty much the corporate intervention, and without the corporate intervention, the executive stuff. So they could finally they can actually build a game the way they want to now, and this will actually allow for higher quality content in general. As for profit margins, I am not sure, but if they make really good games, a good game is one way to get a lot of profit margin. So as long as if they're able to make a really good game, this will actually push Destiny into a good direction.
All right then. I would say I also piggybacking off what you said. I would also say the fact that I know for a fact that Bungie was real. I know for a fact that the things that Bungie did was not because of them. It was because of Activision. So like we've discussed our issues about Bungie. The storyline, the storylines in Destiny being taken out of the base game. You actually had to pay for it after the main storyline was now available. You had to pay for like another $40 for it, which then goes up to $100 and stuff like that. And with this, I do hope that in the near future we do get more content from Destiny, and they don't suffer for the microtransactions that they were doing with Activision. Because I know this is Activision, because they are a company. They're the publishers.
They're more
Bungie.
in business.
Yeah, they're more
on
business.
the business side.
Yes.
Yeah.
So hopefully, with them now leaving Activision, they have more freedom to do what they want. And I know for a fact they probably did this. One of the reasons why I believe they did this was because Halo Infinite is around the corner, because they announced it last year at E3. So maybe they will also want to focus on Halo Infinite and focus on trying to rebuild and reconstruct Destiny 2. That's just my opinion on that. Jen, what's your thoughts? I don't know if you're a big Xbox girl or anything like that.
No.
But what's your thoughts on Bungie as a whole?
Well, that's cool. When you say deuces, does that mean like
peace?
Like,
we
bye-bye?
out. Bye bye.
Oh, okay.
Bye,
okay,
Felicia.
I didn't quite understand. I didn't
really
quite
great.
understand that lingo. That's why it says it in the podcast news. I just didn't know what it meant.
Anyways, Reckless, you'll be really great.
What?
You'll be really great if DICE is able to be independent again.
Dude, I'm so waiting for that. Like this, honestly, when you say like that, now I'm hoping this. Now that Bungie left Activision, I hope DICE leaves EA. I think EA is a cancer to DICE because there are a lot of things that DICE would like to do. I'm pretty sure DICE did not want the fiasco with Star Wars Battlefront to go the way they did. But because EA is such a toxic T-virus-esque cancer in the gaming industry, aside from Bethesda right now, they're like, we have nowhere to go. I really want DICE to do that. Matter of fact, I think if DICE, with the money that they've been making with Battlefield and stuff like that, if they can, and let's say they go with another publisher, maybe, just maybe, Versatile. What was the game that made? What was the developers that made Dead Space? Visceral Gaming. Yeah, Visceral. Maybe they can help resurrect Visceral Games. I would like to see. I would like to see that Visceral come back if that's the case. Like go to like 2K or go to the guys who are about to make Cyberpunk 2077 or something like that. That's my take on it. And again, hopefully DICE breaks out of that shell with EA. That's just me. But here's my question, Jen. Again, because you're our finance girl, and a fine girl at that. What would you say? Would you say financially this would? Do you think this could be financial gain for Bungie, or you think they could be in trouble?
Let's see, because I want to see their return on investment, see how well they're doing that, because yeah. And see, like, I'm just gonna look at the valuation and see how it is. So, I don't know. I can't say much, I guess, because I don't know. I don't play Bungie.
You don't play Bungie games?
No. I feel so bad. You guys like are literally like so like in deep with these, and I'm over here like, yeah, what's Bungie? No, I feel like. I always thought I was a nerd. Then I met you guys and I realized, oh shit.
Well, Jen, I mean, you do have the Switch, the PS4.
Okay, shut up.
Okay, but Jen, look, by the time 2019's over, we're gonna make you the ultimate girl, the ultimate token girl.
Oh my god, no.
You will know your craft. You will know. You will.
Oh
you will
gosh.
be one of you. You will be one with the Force. The Force is with you. And with all that being said, I think that's it. We're done. Thank you guys very much. This is episode 59 of the Scrubclubgaming Podcast. Xforce, I know you gotta go. So, what's your closing statement for episode 59? Go.
I'm still sick.
Good. Jen, what is your closing statement for episode 59? Go.
Do your taxes.
Yeah, tax season. Yeah, taxes. Get your W-2s, people.
Don't procrastinate. Please don't procrastinate.
I'm just waiting for my W-2 to come in so that way I can do it and get my refund.
I'm waiting for it too. Yeah, I'm waiting for my W-2 as well.
GC, I know you're at work. I know you've been silent for a while. But what's your closing statement for episode 59? Go. He can't answer. Okay, fine. All right, and my closing statement, or actually, I'll talk for GC. Love you all. God bless y'all. Just been great. I know. I bet $20 on Goku and Sora being smashed, but I know Reckless is probably right, and they're likely or not Sub-Zero might end up in Smash more than Goku and Sora. So yeah, Reckless could be right, and I might have to own $20 at E3 2019.
Wow.
Thank you, GC, and my closing statement.
Anyways, I'm gonna head out right now, right?
All right, man. Bye, Xforce. Follow on Twitch.tv/Xforce.
Reckless is a half breed with no game.
Whoa!
Nigga, you trying to shoot, nigga? You trying to? Okay, nigga, whatever. All right. So my closing statement is, guys, I'm gonna pick back off my girl Jen. Guys, do your taxes. The tax season's coming up. If you're a college student who finally got a job and stuff like that, be sure to go on TurboTax. TurboTax is free. They help.
And pick up your 1098T.
Yes, pick that up too. And again, go on TurboTax. TurboTax is very fun. Not very fun. TurboTax is very friendly.
It's not.
TurboTax is very friendly. They will help you out. Or be like me. Jen's gonna do my taxes. I love you.
Wow.
Also, yeah. Again, Resident Evil 2 comes out in a couple of weeks. I'm super excited for that. And and if you're in the LA area, stay warm because it's gonna be raining probably the majority of next week. So there you have it, guys.
Mm-hmm.
As always, thank you guys. Thank you, chat. Shout out to everyone on Twitter who did retweet the podcast. Much appreciated. And y'all know what to do. You can find us in emails at ScrubClubgamingBooks@gmail.com. That's ScrubClubgamingBooks@gmail.com for any questions, comments, concerns, advice, and business inquiries. Still doing business with any folks. You want to find us? You can find us on Facebook and Twitter. Type in ScrubClubGaming. Bam! ScrubClubGaming all up in your home. Share the good news of the ScrubClubGaming podcast. Please do.
Mm-hmm.
You can also find us on our YouTube page, Scrubclub Gaming. Video versions of our podcast will be up. We're gonna try to get them up more quickly because I know for a fact that our podcast we tend to have our previous episodes of the podcast go up weeks later. We're trying to be more rapid. Like, let's say we'll try to have this episode up in the next few days on YouTube. You can also find us on our homepage, soundcloud.com/ScrubClubGaming. That's soundcloud.com/ScrubClubGaming for all archived episodes of the Scrub Gaming podcast, as well as Scrub Lounge and Scrub Club Center Presents. And you want to get a hold of us, you want some private critique time, you can find me at Twitter, Instagram at @the_Reckless_Fox. You can find me on my personal YouTube page, Reckless_Fox, and you can find all my latest gaming content on twitch.tv/Reckless_Fox. If I'm not holding it down in the South Tower region, Geese Howard flexing. GC, where can they find you?
What it do? You can find me at Godchild15 on YouTube and on Instagram as Mr. Godchild15.
And you can find me on twitch.tv/Godchild15. You can find me on Twitter and Instagram at Godchild_15. Alright, thank you, GC. And my girl Jen, where can they find you?
You can find me on Instagram at Genmessina, that is GNMESINA, and you can find me on Twitter, PinkyGen18. I don't use it much, but whatever.
Alright then, as always, guys, thank you very much. This is episode 59 of the Scrubclub Gaming Podcast, and as always, peace out, bless up, keep it ranking things 20 odds or less, and I bid you all adieu, goodbye, mwah, and good night. Bang. Deuces!